Hi my lovelies, I'm Striker. Welcome back to another PowerWash business storytelling. So grab your favorite snacks and get comfy with me. And let's get started with the story that's called A Cold Greeting. This is a story told by the late Benson Foley of San Francisco. In the summer of 1881, I met a man named James H. Conway, a resident of Franklin, Tennessee. He was visiting San Francisco for his health, deluded man, and brought me a note of introduction from Mr. Lawrence Barting. I had known Barting as a captain in the Federal Army during the Civil War. As his close, he had settled in Franklin, and in time became, I had reason to think, somewhat prominent as a lawyer. Barting had always seemed to me an honorable and truthful man, and the warm friendship which he expressed in his note for Mr. Conway was to me sufficient evidence that the latter was in every way worthy of my confidence and esteem. At dinner one day, Conway told me that it had been solemnly agreed between him and Barting that the one who died first should, if possible, communicate with the other from beyond the grave. In some unmistakable way, just how they had left. Wisely it seemed to me to be decided by the deceased, according to the opportunities that his altered circumstances might present. A few weeks after the conversation in which Mr. Conway spoke of this agreement, I met him one day, walking slowly down Montgomery Street, apparently from his abstracted air in deep thought. He greeted me coldly with merely a movement of the head and passed on, leaving me standing on the walk with half-proffered hand, surprised and naturally somewhat piqued. The next day, I met him again in the office of the Palace Hotel, and seeing him about to repeat the disagreeable performance of the day before, intercepted him in a doorway with a friendly salutation and bluntly requested an explanation of his altered manner. He hesitated a moment, then looking me frankly in the eyes, said, "I do not think, Mr. Foley, that I have any longer a claim to your friendship, since Mr. Barting appears to have withdrawn his own from me. For what reason, I protest I do not know. If he has not already informed you, he probably will do so." But I replied, "I have not heard from Mr. Barting." "Heard from him?" he repeated with apparent surprise. "Why, he is here. I met him yesterday 10 minutes before meeting you. I gave him exactly the same greeting that he gave me. I met him again not a quarter of an hour ago, and his manners was precisely the same. He merely bowed and passed on. I shall not soon forget your civility to me. Good morning, or as it may please you, farewell." All this seemed to me singularly considerate and delicate behavior on the part of Mr. Conway. As dramatic situations and literacy effects are foreign to my purpose, I'll explain at once that Mr. Barting was dead. He had died in Nashville 4 days before this conversation. Calling on Mr. Conway, I apprised him of our friend's death, showing him the letters announcing it. He was visibly affected in a way that forbade me to entertain a doubt of his sincerity. "It seems incredible," he said, after a period of reflection. "I suppose I must have mistaken another man for Barting, and that man's cold greeting was merely a stranger's silver acknowledgement of my own. I remember indeed that he liked Barting's moustache." "Doubtless it was another man," I assented, "and the subject was never afterward mentioned between us. But I had in my pocket a photograph of Barting, which had been enclosed in a letter from his widow. It had been taken a week before his death, and was without a moustache." So that's the end of the story and the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any suggestion on what videos I can make in the future, please feel free to put it in the comment section below. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and do drink enough water. Goodbye.